Alrighty, Superbenny here, and today we are back in Torquay again. It's been about a year or so since we was last down here. We had a little look around. I think we picked up NBA Jam for the Sega Mega Drive. Had a little look around Retro Revival X. There's a CEX here. So we're popping back, having a little look, and see what we can find again in Torquay and see if it's any better, any changes. Let's go check it out. Let's go!
On the map, I step in the shop. Retro Revival X, man, it never can stop. Red games on the wall, red figures in rows, toys with the tag still on. You already know Dragon Ball Z in the case, Sonic running past, He-Man in the back, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles class, Nintendo stacked high, Sega in the crate, Mario grin on the box, got me feeling 8-bit straight. Shake the shelf, hear the crowd go mad. Neo Geo glow and the memories flash. Retro Revival X, Retro Revival X. Take my money, take my time. Retro Revival X. Rare figures, retro, retro Revival X. Retro Revival X. Mad balls make a face, toxic crusaders, two action figures lined up like they waited for you. I'm digging through the bins on a quick, fast pace. Every card in that place got a story in its face. Jamaican rapper come in, yo, miss like the king. French rapper slide through, set retro, let it ring. Scratch on the breaker, coin drop, beat, beat. Controller click, start up and the whole room leap, leap. Bass gets scratched when the crate come down. Old school heat in a small town sound. Retro Revival X. Retro Revival X. Take my money, take my time. Retro Revival X. Retro Revival X.
Alrighty, Superbenny here. It's Video Games Pickups 43, and in this episode we're back in Torquay to check out how things have changed and got along since the last time we did a few little pickups down here. There's quite a few sort of different changes. Straight off the bat, one of the shops had closed. Very sad to see that Retrograde had shut down. Very disappointing. The times are very tough on the high street, so go and do these hunts while you can. As I say, I like to pick up the retro now before all these things sort of disappear. It's very sad to see, but there is still a couple of shops down there and some amazing things what we saw, probably some of the best things we've seen in a long time in some shops, definitely. So we had a little look around. Initially we went down from the beginning. As you go up sort of like the high street, there's loads of like little arcades around, so you can go play some games. There is even a few sort of little retro games in the arcades. There was the Dance Revolution, there was some Sega games, there's Pac-Man like sort of arcades. So it's very, very cool to see, it's still alive in some of the arcades as well. There is like a few sort of arcades around here, like the Insanity sort of arcade down in Newton Abbot, and you've also got the arcade as well in Exeter, so the Boneyard Arcades, which is very good as well. So there's lots of arcades still going, like in the traditional sense of when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. It's great to see. Then we went to have a little look in CEX. Not an awful lot in the CEX. There was a few little bits in there, not like an awful lot. There was like Parappa the Rapper, there was like Crash Time, not an awful lot of retro. Sometimes you do get some stuff in there. It's quite a good CEX, it's a big CEX, but not a lot of amazing sort of retro this time around. Still a lot of Virtual Boy stuff in there that hasn't seemed to shifted, but that's been in there for ages. But nothing too surprising or amazing in there, but we had a little nip in and had a little look. There is a few sort of charity shops and cash generator shops as well, so we are around. Go and check out those. Sometimes you might be able to find some cheap games as well in there. There was nothing in the cash converters this time. Last time I was there, I picked up NBA Jam for an absolute steal. So it can happen sometimes. And then into Retro Revival X. Now we haven't been in there since about a year or so. It's really changed. They've changed like the layout as well. I think initially when it first sort of opened, now it's like a big sort of long way, more glass cabinets, everything's rammed full of retro toys, goodness, merchandise, just absolutely insane. Um, where to start, really? I mean, if you're a big fan of really like into like your collectibles for like toys and Mad Balls, He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, any kind of figures or like old sort of 90s toys, they probably have it, or they source it quite a lot because he goes around everywhere and he gets a lot of trades in as well. Some amazing sort of vintage games in there as well. They had a Neo Geo in there, which was pretty sick. I also saw a custom N64. Lots of sort of old sort of consoles as well. He even like sort of like modifies like Game Boys and that kind of stuff as well. So you can fix the items as well and make them custom as well. So there's a lot of cool little bits in there as well. Yeah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. There was like Game Boy games in there, SNES, N64. Yeah, just craziness, craziness, and a lot of sort of like Pokemon and all sorts. So something for everyone. If you come in with like with your younger ones as well, there'll be something there for them as well, and something for you vintage guys and your retro guys as well. Let's get into some of the pickups that we did did a little couple little trades in as well. After was a bit short on funds after we've been to our previous episode where we went to Torquay Retro, which is kind of part of like the video game sort of pilgrimage. If you are down here, you can go to Exmouth, Exeter, Newton Abbot. There's loads of CXs all in a row. There's the arcades as well if you want to add that in. Then jump off, get into Torquay, go check out all the shops I mentioned previously, like CEX, the arcades as well. Go up to Retro Revival X, get your fix there, then jump off at Paynton and have a look around Paynton. There's another Pokemon shop there, and there's Toxic Panda Retro. So yeah, it's so many sort of little bits you can all fit in one day if you're quite adventurous, or if you're coming from Plymouth, you can add in that run too, or Taunton, Bristol. It's a nice little run of game shops you can just hit up in one day. It's just, and they're very good shops. Retro Revival X is getting absolutely crazy now, and Toxic Panda is really, really good as well. To have all of these places very close is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And then to just check them all out. Let's get into the pickups that we did pick up. The first one is Pop and Twinbee for the Super Nintendo. Yes. It's I had a little go of this as well. I had a little play of it. It's I think they call this a cute 'em up. It's a shoot 'em up, but yeah, it's very sort of strange sort of shoot 'em up for the SNES, where you're going around collecting little items and shooting. The levels are quite hard, but yeah, it's quite a fun, unique sort of shmup, I would say. Yeah, very, very bizarre to add into the sort of few little SNES bits I do have, and it's one you don't really often see that often, so I might have to pick up is it Parodius as well, which is very sort of similar sort of characters as well, and shmup style, so it's very of that same ilk. If you like that sort of game as well, you would love that. And also what caught my eye when I was in there, I've been talking about, because I've got quite a big collection of PlayStation 4 as well. I've got like all the fighting collections, and there's quite a few little arcades around as well. So you've got the Boneyard Arcade, you've got the Insanity Arcade down in Newton Abbot as well. So why not brush up the skills with this little pickup? It's a nice little fight stick. So I can try and maybe win some Street Fighter 3 tournaments, or just get involved to see how I kind of like it, really. The sticks can get very, very expensive if you are into your fighting games and that kind of stuff. They can get super, super crazy, so I can have a good go with this, give it a good bash in, and not be too worried about breaking anything too crazy. Make a good little start. I do a little bit of fighting sticks. It takes me back to like the arcade when I used to play, on Street Fighter 2 and that kind of stuff. But I haven't been best. I've always been sort of more of a control pad kind of person anyway. Yeah, so yeah, to work out the skills and that and test myself so I can get better on it. Nice little pickup to pick up a fight stick. You know, there's all sorts of randomness and loads of great stuff at Retro Revival X. If you want to go check it out yourself, I'll leave the details for you. But it's, you know, as you go through the high street, which just you kind of keep going up from CEX. You go up from the high street, kind of diverts off, and then you go up left, and then just keep going. And there's like a little Japanese restaurant or something close by. But yeah, it's very, very, very cool. I'd highly recommend getting yourself down there and having a little look. I mean, much like sort of Toxic Panda Retro, there's just stuff everywhere. I'm seeing some fantastic shops already this year. Hopefully we're going to add a few more as well. So yeah, an absolute stunning little day and a great little day out, and a couple fantastic pickups as well. I was tempted by he did also had another little game as well that kind of took my fancy. It was a game called Robo Warrior, which I never knew anything about. It's very, very sort of similar. I quite like my Bomberman games, so it's very sort of similar to Bomberman, and was having a good chat about that. And you know, part of you know, doing the nostalgia in the games, a lot of it is learning and finding out a lot about sort of new stuff and stuff that you would never have seen before. And yeah, it's just, that's why I kind of really, really enjoy the hobby. You always see new stuff, you're always learning new stuff. And yeah, Robo Warrior for the Nintendo NES. So yeah. What a crazy little game. What a crazy little game. Also had loads of random stuff in there. There was like a Sonic Curry as well, which I've seen previously, to see that in person as well. It's like a blue kind of curry. Yeah, who knows? I might pick that up in the future. But yeah, just lots of obscure items, and that's why it's a very sort of unique shop, where it's got very sort of things you wouldn't really sort of normally typically see anywhere else. So yeah, a great little shop. And yeah, we'll be sure to be popping back and be checking out that again very soon. That is Video Games Pickups, what is it, 43? And we'll see you in the next episode for Video Games Pickups 44 coming straight up. So take care.